Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Moltrap here. Oh my god. It is the ace match, Sparkyz versus KAF Ace, and it is none other than, you guessed it, because you looked at the description, Oversky versus HoGiL. Yes, that is correct. It is actually a rematch of game one of this set. Wow, it is a rematch, and there's HoGiL right now on your viewing device, looking a little bit apprehensive. Maybe he's just concentrating. I guess he doesn't look necessarily apprehensive, but he might be right now. I mean, this is the guy that already beat him once today. This is Oversky already beat him in a Zerg versus Zerg earlier today. He's got to be feeling at least a little bit of pressure because of that, and we will see if he can come back and prove himself by taking a win against Oversky, or if Oversky will prove his dominance over HoGiL and his ZVZ prowess and take the ace match. And it is exciting to see this situation. As I mentioned in another game, Air Force has actually taken a win recently against Samsung Khan, and that is just absolutely huge. The ace team is just doing really, really well lately. Compared to normal, not really well in the grand scheme of things, but really well compared to how they usually are. And so it's exciting to see them doing well and taking games off of good teams like Samsung Khan. And now they're in the position to take a game off Sparkyz, who is ranked 3rd currently. Anyway, excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Sparkyz ranked 3rd, and they might take a game off of them. So it could be very, very exciting stuff here. Now, one of the things that has been a problem for Ace in the past, one of their biggest problems, is that they've been able to take it to the ace match, and then they can't quite win the last game. They've been able to take it. I mean, if you went back to like the last season, I think I figured out one time, if you took all the games where it went to game 5 and gave a win to ace instead of a loss, then they would have been like in the middle of the rankings. They would have been like 50% win rate, which is better than Eastro and NBC and stuff right now. But they just can't seem to pull out those ace matches. So, now they're starting to win some ace matches here. They're actually able to get back in it and really do well. And by the way, HoGiL is the blue Zerg. He's going to be on the left side of the map. Oversky is the brown Zerg on the right side of the map. And I'm sorry if I missed something or other, because what you haven't been able to tell is that there was actually 10 minutes of extra material, no, 12 minutes of extra material before the game, and I was sitting here talking about the game and talking about everything for like 7 minutes, and finally I'm like, how long am I going to be waiting here? So I actually stopped and moved it up and just cut it off at the 10-minute mark, because I didn't know how long I was going to end up rambling, and I didn't want it to be like, that I didn't want to end up talking for like a long time, because that, a lot of people, I mean, you guys want to see the game, so I can ramble just fine. I don't mind rambling, but and some people don't mind me rambling, but you got to get to the game sometime. Anyway, so we've got looks like, I can't tell who's who on them. Oh, duh, I can, because their face is right next to it. We've got HoGiL putting down his pool, also Oversky putting down his pool a little bit later. Looks like HoGiL might have gone for a 9 pool and Oversky for an over pool, I believe. Maybe I missed it. Maybe they put it down at the same time. It's hard to keep track of what's going on in that dual FP view mode. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I... Oh, maybe they both went for overpool, because we see second overloads from both of them. So there you go. Anyway, and going for an expansion as well. Pretty standard play on this map, actually, Battle Royale. This is the one... I'm not surprised to see Zergs come out on this map. Such a Zerg-dominated map as far as the stats go and just playing in general. When it comes to the ace match, you gotta send out a Zerg for this kind of map. And it's the one with the assimilators that you can break down, and then there's the middle area and everything. So usually you see Zergs. They'll go for an early pool, in Zerg versus Zerg on this map, rather. They'll go for that early pool and break down the assimilators to gain some leeway, and then put down that hatchery, so they don't have to worry about defending their expansion. And usually they'll try and get their first 6 Zerglings outside of their base, so they can do a little bit of attacking with them and try and be annoying with them. But anyway, so Oversky actually getting down his expansion a little bit sooner than HoGiL, and that could be good for him, although HoGiL has some Zerglings sneaking into his base right now. They're just going to be a little bit, probably not going to do too much damage. They may, you know, if Oversky, well, excuse me, so all that screaming at the end of the last game really killed my throat, I guess, temporarily. I'm usually okay with lots of casting, but for some reason my throat today is just a little bit weak. But anyways, those two Zerglings just being really annoying, running around in circles, and they are going to go down eventually. But in the meantime, Oversky is not able to put any pressure or anything like that with his own Zerglings. He's not able to, you know, kill off his assimilators or anything like that. We could actually see a ground battle on this map after all. If they both go after each other's Zerglings long enough, then we could see, you know, a little bit of battle over that instead. On the ground, instead of, because they would be so distracted they wouldn't kill each other's assimilators. Oversky does have some extra Zerglings though. Looks like he's going to try and kill. Oh no! Oh, Zerglings attacking! Oh, he does take him out. Looks like Oversky is going to force those Zerglings out, and he's actually going to counterattack here with Zerglings of his own going to attack in there, but HoGiL is going to be able to plug up that gap, but there's a lot of Zerglings. He sneaks up through, and he's able to block. Oh my god, speed upgrade as well for Oversky. He may be able to do some damage just with Zerglings, which is absolutely crazy on the map. You'd never see Zergling battles on this map. They usually just kill off the assimilators and go straight for the air tech. Both of them have gone straight for air tech. They've both gotten down their spires at almost the same time. If Oversky can micro around and kill off that hatchery somehow, more coming in for both players. Oh my god, it's so close. Just a few Zerglings left for both players. And HoGiL running away with 3 Zerglings left. From Oversky's 2 Zerglings and 2 more reinforcing. It looks like actually Oversky might have a few Zerglings. Yeah, he's got 5 Zerglings now to HoGil's 4 or 5 as well. No, HoGil's reinforcements, yeah, he's just got a shorter supply route. So this is really difficult for Oversky to be keeping this pressure on. But he has managed to get on several hits. A huge Zergling melee, crazy melee going on here. Both players with pretty much equal Zergling counts. Oversky does have his Zerglings rallied there. He is not letting up on the pressure. He is just putting a bunch of pressure on with these Zerglings. If he can get that hatchery down somehow, he's going to be in just beautiful, beautiful shape, but I don't think he's going to be able to. The Zerglings are attacking that hatchery, but there is going to be a Mutalist out, but he's letting him go after the hatchery. A lot of hit points taken off on the hatchery. If he kills off the hatchery, Oversky might clinch the game here. Oh my god, the hatchery is very close. Very, very close. He's having to bring drones off the line to battle these Zerglings. Oversky just has a few hits left to kill off the hatchery. He scares off the Zerglings and the drones. He's going after the hatchery. Oh my god, he's so close to killing off the hatchery. He kills off a couple drones. More Zerglings going down. The hatchery is going to go down. The hatchery is going to go down. The hatchery goes down. Yes, Oversky kills off the hatchery. Despite him being the one originally taking pressure from Zerglings, he fights back and kills off HoGil's hatchery, and that has pretty much clinched the game for him. He's going to have an